Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about the new and upcoming hero in Mobile Legends. I'm going to talk about who this hero is, what is her lore, and how her skill translates or connects to who she is. Let us begin by talking about her lore. Once upon a time, in the magical city of Xhu Xin, there lived a young woman named Xhu Xin. Xhu Xin was a place full of wonders, where divination rituals, dancing paper dolls, and dream-inducing incense could be found in every corner. But the most magical story of all was about Xhu Xin, the beacon of spirits. Xhu Xin was a mysterious figure who wandered the city at night, carrying a lantern. Her lantern was special because it attracted ember butterflies, which she used to make people's deepest wishes come true. Unlike many others, Xhu Xin didn't care for wealth or power, she only valued the purest, most heartfelt wishes. However, those who sought her help had to face her challenging trials to prove their sincerity. Xhu Xin's own story was quite sad. She was an orphan with a special kind of energy called yin energy, which made the townsfolk fear and avoid her. She loved the bright flames of the midsummer festival fires, but during a terrible war, the city was plunged into darkness, and poor Xhu Xin was left to die. Her soul, however, could not leave because of her strong yin energy. One night, the great dragon, a guardian deity, appeared and gave her a lantern. He told her that to find peace, she needed to discover her true wish. Holding the lantern, Xhu Xin began to wander the city, not knowing what her wish was. She decided to help others find their wishes, hoping that in doing so, she might discover her own. She used her ember butterflies to listen to people's hearts and fulfill their most sincere desires. Sometimes, she would set tests to ensure their wishes were pure. These genuine wishes warmed her heart and reminded her of the festival fires from her childhood. Even though many misunderstood her and thought she was strange, Xhu Xin kept helping others. She realized that her true wish must be something bright and warm enough to light up the long night. And so, her journey continues, as she searches for that special wish that will make her existence truly meaningful. And that's the story of Xhu Xin, the beacon of spirits, who still wanders the mystical city of Xhu Xin, bringing light to the darkest of nights. Now let's talk about her skills. Her passive is called Crimson Butterflies, allows her to make her used mana into butterflies when casting skills. It can stack and store 20 times or store 60% of her used mana. Her skill 1 is called Fluttering Grace, allows her to damage enemies in a fan-shaped area, like Valentina. When hitting an enemy she receives 30% movement speed buff for 1.5 seconds, she also applies 30% movement speed slow on the enemy. This skill, like all her other skills, applies a mark called Soul Snare represented by a butterfly mark on top of an enemy. This stack is utilized by her skill 2. Her skill 2 is called Lantern Flare and it is her core skill. It allows her to continuously control her lantern in any area she can reach. Unlike Kagura, Xhu Xin has full control on her lantern, it allows her to move it at any time and any location. The enemies in that area takes continuous damage and gains further stacks of Soul Snare every 3 seconds. This skill costs a lot of mana, so use it carefully, especially in teamfights. When an enemy who has a maximum stack of Soul Snare represented by the butterfly on top of an enemy glowing, gets hit by this skill, that enemy is raised up airborne. When you move the lantern, her skill 2, and then release it at a location, the enemies airborne will follow the lantern and will be sent to where you released the skill 2 or the lantern. Her ultimate is called Crimson Beacon. She blinks on a specific area and releases a horde of butterflies that circle her wherever she goes. These butterflies damages and add Soul Snare stacks to enemies hit every 0.5 seconds. She also becomes immune to obstacles after blinking. The state she's in after blinking lasts for 6 seconds. Now we analyze if she is who she is in her story. We can see that her skills mostly depend on the lantern. If we look back on her story, there weren't any details about her using other things, other than her butterflies and her lantern. Her butterflies in the lore helps her find worthy wishes that she would fulfill. And her lantern attracts these butterflies. We can make a connection based on this. Her skill 1 uses the lantern to spray its essence on enemies, which butterflies then gets attracted to and add stacks. Her skill 2 allows her to hover the lantern over the enemy, which then causes a bunch of butterflies to gather around it, further increasing the stack and damage. We can theorize that when the stack is at maximum, it means that a lot of butterflies are stuck in the enemy. Not wanting to let go, the butterflies instead carries the enemy with them to the area. It's a stretch of a theory, but there's no other reason, since the butterflies based on the lore only finds people and not carry them. Her ultimate opens up her lantern, causing a lot more butterflies to get attracted to it, thus creating a bigger swarm or horde of butterflies. Final thoughts. I am actually shocked by my own research and analysis. I didn't expect her to be connected so much on her lore. Despite the fact that her main characteristic of a wish fulfiller like a genie isn't really observed in any of her skills, it's still close to her lore. It is disappointing that her job in the lore would have much more possibilities. Imagine a hero that gives wishes to the teammates and trials for the enemies. But yeah, never mind that. She is still a concrete and solid hero. Overall verdict is an 8/10 score. She could have been better if the wish-pulling characteristic of her was displayed and observed more in her skills. That's the end of this video. Goodbye and thank you for watching.
I've no fancy in mundane wishes. The city of Xhu Xin has always been a capricious place. Launch attack! A true wish's flame can endure the fiercest tempest. You destroyed a turret! Has been slain. Launch attack! Team destroyed a turret! Launch attack! Luminous glow. Unstoppable! Thousand fireflies. Killing spree. Launch attack. Legendary. All things come to an end. Oh, what an intriguing piece. Is death thy wish? Legendary! The frivolous wish, nothing double kill. Shut down! Guiding blossom. Team destroy a turret. Team destroy. Launch attack. Any last legendary. I've no fancy. Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Wish. Double kill. A frivolous wish. Nothing more. Triple kill. I've no fancy. Wishes. Illuminate! My butterflies aren't so gentle. Legendary! Worth the wait. Executed. Legendary! Thousand butterflies. Legendary! All things come to an end. Double kill. Triple kill. Your desire betrays you. Legendary! A true wish's flame can endure the fiercest tempest. Launch attack! There's no escape. Guiding blossom. Legendary! What an intriguing piece. Seek the flame. Legendary! An enemy All things come to an end. Wish upon a butterfly. Heed the candle's flame.